Hello. Right, we're at my computer. There is reason, I promise. But good morning first. Right, as you all know, I'm just bringing something up. As you all know, I am on Twitter, Adelesexyuk. Now, what you probably don't know, or if I share them, you might do, is that I follow somebody called @JokesUK on Twitter. Now, I was reading these out to Mr. Producer last night, and we came up with an idea that I could share them with you guys as well. Right, so I have a very sad sense of humour, as in really silly things make me giggle. Yes, they do. I have my Fitbit back on. As you probably know from my videos, even things that I say make me giggle. But yeah, so I was reading through these last night, and they were making me howl with laughter. In like, they were so bad, they were good. Do you get what I mean? So it's like, right. So the actual profile on Twitter is called @JokesUK. Now it's an 18 one because obviously there's funny ones on there, like old for the older people ones. But I'm not going to read those ones out on here. No, I'm only going to read the YouTube friendly ones. We'll do it that way. Okay, but check it out because it is funny. I think it's funny. So right, here's the first one that they put on 13 hours ago. Vet, I'm afraid I'm going to have to put your horse down. Me, but why? Vet, it's very heavy. Sorry. See? You see what I mean? That's not even probably funny, but to me it is. So the next one is, I asked my grandmother how she was enjoying her new stair lift. She said, it's driving me up the wall. Boom, boom. Yeah. Right. Right. Oh, this one's funny. This one is. A woman gets on a bus with her baby. The driver says, that's the ugliest baby I've ever seen. The woman storms off to the rear of the bus. She turns to the man next to her and says, the driver just insulted me. The man says, give him a telling off. I'll hold your monkey while you go. I read that one last night and it still makes me giggle. Oh. Right, I shouldn't find this one funny, but I really do. I was in a club on Saturday night when this really ugly girl came up to me, squeezed my arse and said, give me your number, sexy. I said, have you got a pen? She smiled and said, yes. I said, well, go back to it before the farmer notices you're missing. That's not funny. Sorry. Right, let's zoom down here because I've read a few of these. Right, what's this one? Don't want to read that. No, it's not very good. I hate autocorrect. It always makes me say things I didn't Nintendo. Sorry. A man with a stutter died in prison today. He didn't even finish his sentence. This one I had to explain to Mr. Producer for quite a bit. A friend asked me what rhymes with orange. I said, no it doesn't. Sorry. If you don't get it, they're asking what rhymes with orange. No it doesn't. What does not rhyme with orange? Simple as that. If you needed to explain it like Mr. Producer did. Oh, I got mugged by 6 dwarves last night. Not happy. Sorry. I'm going to go bright red, aren't I? Right. Happy 18th, son. All these presents are just for you. After ripping them open excitedly, he said, Dad, all of these are empty boxes. I know. Use them to pack your things and get out. I can't see me doing that to the monkeys. Right, so this is good. It's not meant to offend anybody, okay, but it is funny. A Jehovah's Witness knocked on my door last night. I asked him in, sat him down and said, right, what do you want to talk about? He said, I have no idea. I've never got this far before. Now, I love having chats with Jehovah's Witnesses at our doors. I really do. Every beliefs are acceptable, every opinions are. But it's funny when it does it like that. I know. My wife asked if she could have some peace and quiet while she tried to cook dinner. So I took the batteries out the smoke alarm. It's as if they're in my house. Which days are the strongest? Saturdays and Sundays, because the rest are weekdays. Yep. Right, what's this one? This one's a funny one. For my holidays last year, I threw a dart at a map of the world and decided to go wherever it landed. I had a fantastic 2 weeks sat next to the skating board. Sorry. I spent half an hour trying to take off my girlfriend's bra. I gave in the end. I wish I'd never tried it on in the first place. I just heard a woodpecker call me paranoid in Morse code. Oh, this one. I love this one. A sweet old lady on a bus offers the driver some peanuts. He eats a few and asks her why she isn't having any herself. Oh, they're too hard for my poor teeth. I couldn't. Then why did you buy them all? Wonders the driver. You see, I just love the chocolate that they're covered in. Sorry. I love it so. My wife asked me for something black and lacy for Valentine's Day. Apparently she didn't mean football boots. For the past 20 years, I've been getting a Valentine's card from the same secret admirer. So I was pretty sad not to get one this year. First my granny dies, now this. I feel very sorry for the millions of people who won't receive a Valentine's Day card this year. Still, I suppose it's their own fault for getting married. Right. Oh, this one's a good one. A 60-year-old millionaire is getting married. His friends are jealous and one of them asks how he landed such a hot 23-year-old blonde beauty. Simple, grins the millionaire. I faked my age. His friends are really amazed and asked him what age he told her. Well, I said I was 87. Marriage. Been there, done that, she's got the t-shirt. Oh. I would so do this, this is what I would do, but I would do the wife, not the parents. My in-laws couldn't cope when their cat unexpectedly had 9 kittens, so my wife told me to put them in a sack and throw them in the canal. I did it, but it broke my heart. I quite liked her, Dad. I would do it to the wife for suggesting it. Oh, I love this one. Mr. Producer loved this one. My mother-in-law is always complaining about the price of things. £2 for a cup of tea? £1 for a biscuit? This is ridiculous, she said. I said, you came around here. I never invited you. I think I might apply for the new series of embarrassing bodies. Oh, I better not read that one. Right, okay. 3 guys stranded on a desert island find a magic lantern containing a genie who grants them each one wish. The first guy wishes he was off the island and back home. The second guy wishes the same. The third guy says, I'm lonely. I wish my friends were back here. Oh, God. Sorry. Oh. Waiter, I'm glad you enjoyed your dinner. How did you find the steak? Me, super easy. It was right next to the potatoes. That's not funny. I like this one. Girlfriend, babe, I want and really like these pair of shoes, but I left my purse at home. Me, how much are they? Girlfriend, £750. Me, opens wallet. Girlfriend, excited. Me, here's a tenner. Get a taxi, go fetch your purse. I'll wait for you here. I like that. Blew my chances of getting a job at the local police station by answering no comment to every question in my interview. Why is dark spelled with a K and not a C? Because you can't see in the dark. No, that one's not funny. For years I was against organ transplants. Then I had a change of heart. No, don't like that one. That one's a bit rude. I picked up dog poo from outside the hospital yesterday. The wife hates it when I call her that. I phoned my work this morning and said, sorry boss, I can't come in today, I have a little cough. My Scottish boss said, you have a week off. I replied, really? Thanks boss, see you next week. Some guy in the pub said, I went to see my doctor today. He diagnosed me with a disease which will ruin my sex life forever. What? I asked. Gonorrhea? Chlamydia? AIDS? No, he said, I've got arthritis in both hands. Sorry. My dwarf girlfriend has been a bit down recently because people keep remarking on her size. So to cheer her up, when she gets home from work, I've got her flowers, chocolates, wine, and I'm going to run her a nice hot sink. It's not funny. I can't read that one. I walked in the pub with my missus and the barman said, punching above your weight, aren't you, pal? Where did you find her? Thailand, we're getting married. You don't want to get married? Oh, I'm not reading that. I don't want to read that. At a job interview, what would you say was your greatest weakness? Honesty. I don't think honesty is a weakness. I don't give a crap what you think. Obviously, it's a bit stronger word than that. I bought a pug for my wife for her birthday. Despite the bulging eyes, wrinkles and layers of fat, the pug seemed to like her. Sorry. A wife asked her husband, could you please go shopping for me and buy 1 carton of milk, and if they have avocados, get 6. A short time later, the husband returns with 6 cartons of milk. Why did you buy 6 cartons of milk? The wife asks. He replies, they have avocados. I don't get it. They had avocados. I don't get it. Someone needs to explain that one to me. Our neighbour's dog keeps sitting, pooing in our garden, so my mum told him to get a shovel and throw it over the fence. I didn't see what that has solved. We've still got dog poo in our garden and the neighbour has our shovel. I phoned my boss. I'm on the train heading to the south coast now. What? He answered, sounded a bit annoyed. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. What are you doing on a train? You told me, I replied. You're the one who wanted me in Brighton early this morning. Brighton. Sorry. I was trying to get home in time for the football, but I was being held up by a learner driver. She was driving very slow and kept stalling. Come on, you stupid woman, I shouted. Get a move on. She started crying and said it would be her last lesson with me. My wife tells me that I twist everything she says to my advantage. I'll take that as a compliment. A vacuum cleaner salesman knocked on my door. Before I spoke, he tipped a bucket of dog poo over my carpet and said, if this vacuum doesn't remove every trace of it, I'll personally eat what's left. I replied, I hope you're hungry because they cut off my electric this morning. Can you imagine? Oh my god. Ooh. What has 2 wings and an arrow? A Chinese telephone. Ring, ring. Ow! These are so bad. Oh, I'm not reading that one. Not reading that one. A weasel walks into a bar. The bartender says, wow, I've never served a weasel before. What can I get you? Pop goes the weasel. I hope this is cheering you up. I really do. I went to the doctor's this morning and he said I was extremely sick. I only asked him to add another... Oh, no, I'm not reading that. I asked the librarian if he had a new book about... I'm not reading that. Right. No. Yeah, okay. I was telling a woman about my ability to guess the day a woman was born on just feeling her ladies. Really, she said? Go on then, try. After about 30 seconds of fondling, she began to lose patience. Come on, she demanded. What day was I born? Yesterday, I replied. I've read that one before, that one's good. My mate was the fittest person I knew. He went to the gym 7 days a week, entered Ironman contests, he even did back-to-back marathons once. Then he went for a jog in the park and bang! He met a girl, got married, and now he's just as fat as the rest of us. Well, that's a bit offensive to women, isn't it? My wife phoned me and said, "Where are you? It's chucking it down and I forgot my key." "I'm in bed, sorry." She screamed, "Are you joking? I want you to get out of bed, walk down the stairs and open the door now." What would be the point of that? Your sister lives 20 minutes away. Be careful, people. There are a lot of scams on the internet. For just $9.99, I can show you how to avoid them. Ha! Sorry. The postman pops it in the box. The courier handles the big ones. The salesman is desperate to perform. The milkman delivers the white stuff. And your mum opens her front door to all of them. Oh, yes, I do. Oh, yes, I do. I'm not... Oh, no, sorry, no. What do we want? A cure for your obesity. When do we want it? After lunch. Sorry. The AA have warned that anyone travelling in icy conditions this winter should take a shovel, blankets, sleeping bag, extra clothing including hat, scarf and gloves, 24-hour supply of food and drink, de-icer, rock salt, torch and first aid kit. I felt like a right idiot on the bus. Me and my mate were admiring a picture of a famous actress. My mate said, "Look, if you take away her beautiful hair, her seductive blue eyes, her gorgeous breasts and her stunning figure, what are you left with?" "My missus!" I replied. That's nasty. I just noticed on the bookies window it said open on a Sunday 11 to 1. I'll have a tenner on that. It was open last Sunday. My wife says I have two faults. I don't listen and something else. Oh, that's mean. I walked up to a female member of staff in Tesco today and said, "Do you know where the Weight Watchers meals are?" "I'm afraid not," she replied. "It's my first day." "Fair enough," I said. "Let me show you." That's mean. That one is. I don't want to brag, but I just completed a jigsaw in 1 week and the box said 2 to 4 years. I don't like that. I said to my son, "I'm sorry, I've got some bad news. Your tortoise has died." Wiping the tears away, he said, "I guess he was quite old." I said, "Do you like my new ashtray?" It's not good. Right, 2 more. Would you like anything on your chips? Does it cost extra? 10 pence. Okay, I'll have 4 sausages and a steak pie. He did say it cost 10 pence. My internet went down yesterday, so I chatted to my wife for a change, and I was surprised to learn that she didn't work for Woolworths anymore. Woolworths have been closed a long time. Right, last one. I'll make it a good one. Right. 2 businessmen walk into a restaurant without ordering anything. They sit down, take out sandwiches from their bags and begin to eat them. The waiter says to them, "You can't eat your own sandwiches in here." So the businessmen look at each other, shrug and swap sandwiches. Why not? Oh, okay, one more. 2 more maybe. So Gary Barlow has decided to block me on Twitter. Whatever I said, whatever I did, I didn't mean it. Yeah. I saw 6 men walking around the cemetery carrying a coffin. 2 hours later, they were still walking around, still carrying the coffin. I thought to myself, they've lost the plot. What's blue and smells like red paint? Blue paint. Right, on that brilliant one at the end, we're going to leave it there. Yes, so go check out @JokesUK on Twitter. It is a very funny side. They are very British jokes, so if you need any explaining, just let me know if you don't quite grasp them. There was one that I didn't grasp, so yeah, there we go. But yes, I follow them on Twitter, and they always make me chuckle in the morning. They do, even the bad ones, as you can tell. But for now, my darlings, like the video for me, subscribe to my beautiful channels, and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram, and my amazing Patreon, all at Adelesexyuk. The link to my Patreon is in the box below. Click on that and you'll zoom straight over to my Patreon. And I'll see you all soon. Don't forget, on my Patreon there are 3 free videos. Yes, 1, 2, 3 free videos that you can come over and watch and get a little taste of what my Patreon's all about. I'll see you soon, my lovelies. Goodbye.